Kenya is on a hot crisis as United States of America seems to send bad news to President William Ruto's administration based on tomorrow's demonstration, Nane Nane, which several political analysts have analyzed have analyzed it, and so on and so on. Today, I have decided to display this video showing the bad news coming from United States of America, and it is a kind of advice they are issuing to our police security officers and any other security unit operation in the Republic based on tomorrow's demonstration.
At the same time, President William Ruto has come under increasing pressure from the United States government for the prosecution of security officials who've employed extra legal tactics to crack down on peaceful protesters. Less than 2 weeks after U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said as much to him on the phone, the Undersecretary for Civilian Security and Democracy and Human Rights, U.S.A, delivered this message to him in person. Our very own Olive Burrows. There is more.
Let your actions match your words, is the unerring message from the United States government to President William Ruto with respect to holding police accountable for the deaths and trampling of civil liberties in response to protests against his government. A message passed on phone by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken less than 2 weeks ago and followed up in person by his Undersecretary for Civilian Security, Democracy and Human Rights, U.S.A, that the police should protect and not terrorize the citizenry. And where they violate this principle, as has been witnessed during the protests, they should be answerable to the people for their actions.
I encourage President Ruto to take concrete action on his recent public pledges to strengthen rule of law, champion anti-corruption initiatives, and advance accountability within his own government. I think the key question is the implementation of these commitments into action. And one specific area, which I highlighted in my opening remarks, is the importance of investigating reports of security force abuses, prosecuting those found to be responsible, and ensuring that accountability is achieved.
They are making these remarks after meeting with various security sector players, among them the Independent Policing Oversight Authority.
Now, you've watched that video. In general, the U.S. administration is somehow advising the police officers that tomorrow they should not use force during demonstration. So this is very clear that U.S. is confirming to us that our police officers always use force when people are protesting. To my beloved police officers, brothers and sisters, is it true? I told you in this platform that several friends who have subscribed to this YouTube platform, majority of them are police officers, and some of you are working in government portal. So that is why I believe you are listening to me. And please pass this message to your bosses. In any case, you have that harmful tear gas. In any case, you have 1 or 2, 3 things to hurt Kenyans. Please avoid using live bullet. Demonstration is included in our constitution. It is all about people's thought. Let them demonstrate. What we don't want to see is Kenyans stealing other people's property. I told you I'm among people who had experienced that. It's so traumatizing, very wrong. Again, what I don't want to see, other politicians hiring goons to have a plan to destroy our buildings, our roads, burn tires, and so on and so on, removing even light in the street, road. Even President Ruto is against that, his deputy president, and millions of Kenyans. That is what I will never support in this platform. But I'm not discouraging those who are demonstrating not to demonstrate. It is their right. Up to now, I'm not aware on what they are demonstrating for, but I just want to pick 1 or 2, 3 points. Why do you think U.S. is issuing bad news to Ruto's administration? Because Ruto himself had organized X-Space. They had organized X-Space with the Gen Z. Kenyans, they discussed CS dissolvement have been done. Again, there is a looming crisis that Ruto is still putting new faces. That is up to him as the president. With me, the advice I will keep on advising you, the DCI, the police officers, is to don't hurt Kenyans by not following rules, laws in our constitution. As the president, you must again check the precaution or the best way to solve this crisis happening in your country. This is very clear, ladies and gentlemen, that we are on a bad picture internationally. The international observers are also watching us keenly when it's come tomorrow, God willing. So you must subject to one another and come up with a great or a better solution to end all this crisis. With me, I expect much to be done to millions of Kenyans based on education, based on transportation, based on businesses, based on economy, based on the promises agenda, opposition. Each and every person in this country should have that mentality and even can now have a right time to purchase sugar in the supermarket, to purchase flour in the supermarket, because it has been lowered, because it is affordable to many people in this country, in various parts of the country, where when I go to Lodwar, I will be capable to purchase it. When I go to Mombasa, I will walk peacefully because our country is safe. When I go to Murang'a, Kiriaini, where I've stayed for several years, when I go to visit them back again, my people in Kiriaini, Ongera, then I will be good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, my prayer for this country is majorly based on development and 1 or 2, 3 things which should be done. And again, do we recall earlier St. Joe's, how he talked, how he said, youth also, you should again portray that character. Joe have left a legacy and is still proceeding to give us a great legacy. That is what have come from United States of America. I've written it here, I've received it, and I decided to bring it to our platform. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your take on this movement? What are your take? If you've never subscribed to this YouTube platform, please subscribe. Like this video, watch, share, and give us your opinion. And what I want to say is that you as a president, please advise the security officers to not to use force. As have been said by United States of American administration. And to our police officers, as much as you sometimes try to defend, because I don't know what normally happens during demonstration, by the way. Most of the demonstrators, they like throwing stone. I've been watching that live, throwing stone at police officers, and again, police officers, sincerely speaking, throwing tear gas anyhowly. Some of you are using live bullet. Please, let us slow down and let us come to our realistic sense that we are all Kenyans. At the end of the day, your police officer will go and sleep at the police camp or where he have rented the house or she has rented the house. The same way to Kenyan who is demonstrating. The same way to the president will go and sleep in Ikulu, and so on and so on. But what is the impact we've gained at the end of that day? Those are the things we must check on. I rest my case at that point. Remember, even US have given us a warning. This is wrong, by the way. It's very wrong. We must now change as a country.